Yo, Andrew here. Before we dive into the galaxy, let's address the reindeer in the room. Can you watch this movie if you haven't watched the Christmas special on Disney Plus? The answer is yeah, you can. You can actually. It doesn't really mess it up that much. Although, if you had watched it, then you will understand the inside jokes in the post-credit scenes. And you'll already know Mantis and Peter Quill are related. Mantis is Peter Quill's sister. The main point of this movie is to give Rocket an origin story wrapped inside a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. It's quite nice how James Gunn was able to pull this off. If you don't know who James Gunn is, he's the director of this film. Okay, so now let's dive straight into it. So, what's it about? Without spoiling this movie in any way, I'll do my possible best to just to give minimal spoilers. So, Quill is getting drunk night after night, drinking his sorrows away after losing the love of his life, Gamora. This film sort of follows up after Avengers Endgame, as well as Thor, Love and Thunder. James Gunn reintroduces us to the old gang, Rocket, Drax, Mantis, Nebula, and Groot, except Gamora. The Gamora in this is not the same Gamora that we've come to know and love in the previous Guardians of the Galaxy. And see, that's, because of the whole Thanos thing that happened in Endgame. Gamora this time around, she's got a different character arc. She's a bit of an asshole, just a very bit. She doesn't like Peter Quill as much, and she doesn't know anything much about the whole situation. We'll talk more about that later in this video. Now, the plot of this movie is they're attacked by Adam Warlock, a superpower perfect sovereign created by Aisha to help destroy the Guardians. He's trying to kidnap Rocket and take him back to his creator, the Higher Evolutionary. Weird name. Unfortunately, Rocket is injured during the attack. The Guardians cannot fix him as they find he's installed with a kill switch that needs a passcode, and if they don't have that passcode, they can't bypass it to save his life. So the Guardians enlist the help of the Ravagers. Spoiler alert, Gamora now belongs to the Ravagers. That's a new gang. And the second spoiler in this is Sylvester Stallone is the head Ravager. Going back to Rocket's origin story for a minute. The Rocket backstory unfolds as the movie progresses, and I think it was done very well. We learn more about all the other characters while being immersed into the wonderful, weird Marvel Galaxy universe, in typical Marvel fashion. I think this is James Gunn's final hurrah before he jumps over to DC Comics, so I feel as though he was just trying to tug at our heartstrings before he leaves. I guess he's trying to do something memorable. Well, folks, that's pretty much a movie right there. Well, as the film ends, the Guardians decide to disband. Quill goes to Earth to live with his grandfather, Mantis goes to find herself, and the remaining Guardians rebuild their growing community. You know what? I'm just gonna withhold the spoilers. I want you to go experience this by yourself. If you stick around to the end credits, you get to see Rocket, Groot, Drax, Kraglin, Warlock, and yes, Warlock has switched teams now, and Phyla-Vell. Oh, and also Blurp. You'll see them continue to defend the galaxy. I suppose this is like a gateway to create the new Guardians of the Galaxy for the future installments. Maybe, I'm not sure. But it does say, Peter Quill will be back, but I'm not sure if he's going to be back as Chris Pratt or a new actor. This movie is effectively about a raccoon and his friends, but definitely sends you on this amazing emotional roller coaster. Well, should you watch this movie? Yes, I definitely think it's a movie that people should go and see. I wasn't disappointed by it at all. It's not a disappointing film. I've talked about this in my previous reviews. Sometimes Marvel forces too much humor into their films. Go and see Thor, Love and Thunder for this example. This is not the case with Guardians. It's perfectly balanced. James Gunn found a way to do funny, emotional, and action all intertwined into each other without overlapping. Oh, I highly recommend this film. It's a feel-good, entertaining film. It reminds me of the first volume, actually. I really left there feeling nostalgic after seeing this. I was kind of like, you know what, I should go watch the first one again just so I can keep this feeling going. Now, the only thing I find annoying in this film is if you saw the trailers, they were showing Adam Warlock and he just seemed like a force to be reckoned with. Well, that lasted for like 2 minutes, and the rest of it was him just being lighthearted and making a few jokes. Now, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed this film. I just felt like that character, they could have done way more with it because it's a powerful character and it was going to be amazing if they did something just a little bit more tangible than what they did with it. Thanks for watching my little shitty review. Click like if you actually like this video and subscribe if you want to stick around with me some more. I practically live at the movies, so I'm gonna be back. Till next time. Peace.